Hello all of you beautiful people out there, rating all of Mondstadt characters in Genshin Impact. So far. Now, I don't usually make Genshin Impact content because I like to play the game just at my own pace, on my own time. However, since I've played the game up to date, I really have wanted to rate every single character within Genshin Impact. And we are starting with Mondstadt. And in the future, I will cover the other regions of Liyue, Inazuna, Sumer, etc. in the near future. This tier list is going to be a little bit different. It's more so going to be a combination of, do I like their skills and their powers, or do I like their character and their personality within the story? And both of those will kind of come together and be placed on a tier list unfairly, I guess. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. You know the drill, the tiers, S, A, B, C, D, F, and... How about new? So starting off with the main characters that you unlock in the beginning of the game, we're gonna start with Amber. Now, I'm sorry to say this, but I gotta put Amber in D tier. But the only reason why I'm putting her in D tier is because I'm not that big of a fan of bow characters, you know? I kind of find she's a great character, you know, she definitely helps you out, she's kind, she's cool, but it's just her moveset I'm not too big of a fan of. I'm not a fan of bow characters, and that's kind of the sad part. Kaya. Now, this Mujumbo is actually really fun. I absolutely love his burst, and I like, you know, just his overall moveset. And if I were to put him in a tier, I'd probably say A tier. Honestly, he has good cryo application, and if you're a free-to-play player, he's a great cryo character to have on your team. Lisa.
Cutie?
Now, she's kind of a character I paid no mind to. I didn't really care about her. When I started the game, I went wishing and I managed to get other sort of 4-star characters I was more interested. So I didn't really spend any time using Lisa in any way. But her character within the story, she definitely helps you out. You know, she's a good librarian. She is... Yeah, she's a good character, like a kind character, but again, it's just I don't really use her much, so I'd probably have to put her in D tier as well. She's a good character because she's Electro, and at the time, I didn't really know how Electro really worked within reactions. When I first started playing, I didn't really paid it no mind until Dendro came around, and then Electro was like the bee's knees of the element. Noelle. I really like Noelle. She is adorable. She is good. She is awesome. She's a Claymore user. Her design is absolutely spectacular. If I was to pick my two favorite weapons, it would either be sword characters or Claymores. And the fact that she got 2 hangout events, not 1, but 2, says that she's probably one of the fan favorites. It's like, to an extent, I kind of wish that she was a 5-star Geo character, because then she could have been on the standard banner, and then we could have, you know, every single element on the standard banner, because we have at least 1 5-star on the standard banner of each and every element, except for Geo, which is kind of a shame. Jean. I don't really use Jean that often anymore. However, when I did first play the game, she was a very good character. So if I were to put her on a tier, it would probably have to be A tier. She was a big help, and I really liked her in the Mondstadt story when trying to free Dvalin and going through that whole story quest. She was honestly a really good character. Barbara. Now, this is a character I don't use anymore as well. However, if I were to put her in a tier, yeah, I gotta put her in B. There's other Hydro characters that I'd prefer using, and especially, you know, we'll get to Inazuma eventually, but for a Hydro healer, I tend to use Kokomi. I'm not saying that Barbara is a bad character, but it's just there's a better character that outclasses her.
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Sucrose. I'm putting her in B. The only reason for that is because I've seen a lot of videos where Sucrose is actually a really good character, like for using for reactions and swirl. I just didn't really build her at the time. I kind of focused on Jean, and I think there was like a couple other Animo characters. But if you do build her right, she can deal pretty good swirl damage as a free-to-play 4-star character. And she herself is just extremely cute and adorable. She's shy, but that's kind of like the cool thing about her. Overall, she's still a good character to use. Fischl. Now, I feel like a lot of people will hate me for this, but I'm putting her in C tier. The only reason why I'm doing that is because I should have built her sooner. She is a really good electro applicator, but at the same time, I didn't understand her kit at the time. And as soon as I found out that she's a bow character, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna use this character, which is a definitely bad part on my end. Also, her personality is very eccentric and too many fancy words. I'm not too big a fan of that, sorry. Mona, oh my man. She's going in S tier. She's a good character, like her burst deals so much damage if paired with the right team. She has helped me out in so many situations where it's just like I could not defeat this one boss or this one character. She's a Hydro character. If I were to say my top 2 favorite elements, it would definitely have to be Anemo and Hydro. Mona has helped me out a lot in dealing the big numbers of damage and progressing through the story, especially against harder enemies. So I'm honestly putting her in S tier because she is awesome. Diluc, oh, this guy is awesome. I know that, okay, the thing is with Diluc is that he is an amazing character. I love the guy to death. His moveset is awesome. But the only problem with him is just his burst is bad. There's so many other characters where their burst is just so much better or just faster and easier to use. But Diluc's skill, and again, he's a Claymore user, so I like the guy even more. He's still an awesome character and fun character to play as well, especially with his new outfit. He looks awesome. Razor. Now, this guy has helped me out in the beginning, and I definitely find he is a good character. But I don't use him anymore because of other electro characters that I use. It's just I gotta put him in B tier. He's not a bad character, but I definitely find that his moveset is just not really for me. Says the guy who likes claymores. It's just also he's just such a funny, quirky sort of kid being raised by wolves, and I really like that sort of personality or take to him. I like his design. He's just a cute kid. Am I allowed to say that? Probably not. Need I need to say any more? The memes of him being the Pyro Archon, the memes of him being a 6-star character. It's just, he is honestly awesome. He just boosts the damage so much. He has helped me out so much. And it's honestly, one thing I love about his character is that he is so unlucky. You know, he's always going about and in the story, always bad things happen to him. But then it's kind of ironic that when he's in your team, he gives you good luck, you know? He heals your team, he buffs your team. He is such a dope character. And honestly, I kind of dig the scars on him. I hopefully in the future that we get more characters with cool battle scars that make them look tough. Bennett is honestly the GOAT. Venti, Barbados, Wine Drinker, Drunkard Bard, Tone Deaf Bard. I don't care. No.
FBI, open up!
Out of all the Archons so far, he's my least favorite. I just don't like his personality, man. His moveset is fine. I feel like his power and attacks, like, I feel like he's a good Anemo character. But the fact that I don't know, just something about his personality is just, I don't like him. He's not my favorite. Klee. Now, as adorable and wholesome as this character is, I'm putting her in F. Her catalyst ability, like her neutral, like attacks are so slow and clunky. Her special and her bursts just don't deal as big of damage. There are better characters you can use than Klee. I think Klee as a character is adorable, and I would love to use her in teams and stuff. But her moveset is just kind of too clunky for me. I just don't really like that sort of playstyle. Diona. Now, this character I don't use at all. Once again, it's just based on, like, you know, I don't use bow characters, right? However, she does have good shield application from what I've noticed, and she is a healer as well. So I'd probably put her in C tier if I ever felt like in the mood. You gotta find characters that you really want to have fun with, and she's a character that I don't necessarily care too much about. She's not a bad character. If I get in the mood to build her, maybe I will. Who knows? Albedo. Now, this is a character I do need to build. I really like this guy, and I definitely understand fans who wants his hairdo to be like what it was in like the promotional art. I kind of wish they would actually buff him in terms of that. But he is an extremely fun character. He's honestly, you know, his skill is fun, you know, like climbing up his flower thing. His burst is good. He deals like really good damage. He's a fun character to use, and he's just such a cool character. I really wish the Geo element would get a little bit more love. I mean, they have done that with Navia. We'll get to that in the future. Rosaria, I don't use her as well. I don't know. She's for the time being, she would have to go in probably D tier, but only just because I don't use her. I don't know her. You know what? No, I'm gonna put her in C tier. Nah. She's okay. She's I don't know. I have no opinions on Rosaria. She's one of those, she's a neutral character. I have no beef with her, but I have no like pros for her either. It's just kind of like, she's there. Smile and wave. Hey buddy, you doing good? Eula. Now this is a character that I just really wish physical damaging characters got a little bit more love, or like a better artifact set. Eula is S tier for sure. She is still a fun character, and once again, I like Claymore users. She's a fun character to use. She deals omega damage. She's a really good dancer. I will say her personality is kind of a little bit iffy. She's the kind of character that it's just like, she'll always say vengeance will be hers if you were to tick her off in some sort of way. But I feel like she's the kind of person who she'll threaten you, but then like forget about it, or it's just like messing with you, that she's not actually gonna exact that revenge. To that extent, you know what I mean? So her personality isn't as bad. It's just kind of iffy. It's just kind of weird, but she's okay. She's an okay character. And finally, and the last character, Mika. I don't understand why people hate this character. I don't get it. Like, is it because of his design? Is it because he looks like some other character? There's no original ideas anymore? Let me know in the comments. I don't have any beef with this guy. I'd put him in B tier. He's kind of a support that you would help with, that he would help Eula with. I just don't understand. The biggest reason why I love this guy is because his kit, there's so much variety. You take Jean, for example. Her main combat is with a sword. Her special is with a sword, and her burst, she uses her sword to set up like a healing field. Mika has a catalyst for a burst, some sort of this book-like catalyst, has a polearm as its main weapon, and whips out a crossbow for his skill. I love the variety on this guy. This guy's fun. He's cool. It's just, man, why does everybody have to hate this guy? I think he's a perfectly fine character, and I honestly think, you know, he's fun. I just like to snipe people with the crossbow. I think that's my biggest thing about him. And just double checking my list, yeah, I'd say for the time being, that's my tier list on these characters. You know, it's just my opinion on how characters, I guess I should have made a tier. I might have to do that next time, where it's just like, I don't know them as much in terms of story and character. But that's why it's characters such as like Diona and Rosaria, I just don't really play as much, but I have nothing against them. I kind of wish I were to maybe use them more, maybe put them in a team, maybe build them, I don't know. But for the time being, this is my tier list. And yeah, a lot of people are gonna agree, and a lot of people are gonna hate it. Dude, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. You have to stay there. I'm sorry. Anyway, let me know what your opinions on this list in the comments below. Let me know if I'm right, probably gonna be wrong, and I hope all of you have a good day.